Imagine yourself living in a community where your relatives, your friends, they didn't have much going on for themselves. They really didn't have a vision for their lives. Matter of fact, they were irresponsible. They encouraged things like hatred, violence, promiscuity, dishonesty, and they were comfortable with living a very mundane lifestyle. If you had to raise a family in that environment, in that community, your actions, your beliefs, the way you did certain things, the way you raised your children, the way you did marriage, the way you reacted towards other people in certain situations in your life, it would reflect that of what you are surrounded with. You probably begin to do the same exact things as others in your community. Now, let's say that you got a word and you left that community and you went to a new community where here they did things completely differently. Here they were responsible. Here they did have a vision for their lives. Here you can see that they encourage things like love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. What would happen if you raised a family in that environment opposed to the other environment where none of that stuff was actually going on? It was the complete opposite. We spend so much time in environments and around people who we are so used to. And we develop our own ideas of what is good and what isn't. Then we get into new territory and we start to see things from a different perspective. We start to see other people and how other people are doing things. Maybe how someone else is doing marriage, how someone else is raising their kids, how they do business, how they treat other people, how they carry themselves, how they dress, their integrity. Everything about them is completely different from what you've known all your life. And when we get around people like that, places like that, we're challenged. Our mindsets, it's challenged. Our mentalities are challenged. Our values, our ideas, they get challenged. Unfortunately, what tends to happen once we feel challenged is we'll run away from this. We'll run away from people that challenge us. We'll run away from new territory that makes us feel uncomfortable, and we'll go back to what we used to know. What if finding your purpose meant you had to stay in this new land? What if, in order for you to have a blessed marriage, a good marriage, in order for you to raise good children, in order for you to have a booming business, in order for you to be healthy physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, meant you had to dwell in this foreign land, in this new community full of different people? There's a story in the Bible about a man named Abram. And the Lord appeared to him one day and said, hey, I need you to pack up your stuff. I need you to take your wife, and I need you guys to go to a new territory. I'll guide you, but I need you guys to get up, to leave your community, leave your native land, and to go to this new land that I want to show you. I'll guide you there. So Abraham gathered his household, his wife, his belongings, his business, and they went on that journey. Never seen this land before. It's completely foreign to them, but he did it. And along the way, they made some pretty big mistakes. Like, Abram almost let another dude sleep with his wife because he was afraid. And Sarai, which is his wife, she actually let Abram sleep with one of their servants because she couldn't give him a child. So she felt like that was the right thing to do. And she even went as far as, at a certain point, she lied to the Lord. And those mistakes that they made, those were mentalities that they carried along with them on this journey to this new land. One day the Lord appeared to Abram and he made him a promise. He said, hey, I'm going to bless you. I'm going to make your name great. I'm going to make you famous. I'm going to give you many descendants, so much that you won't even be able to count them. He's like, I'm going to bless you, and through you, all of these people are going to be blessed. And he even changed his name from Abram to Abraham. And then he changed Sarai's name from Sarai to Sarah. The Lord gave them new identities. He gave them purpose. He even blessed them with a son. They were very successful. The promise to Abraham was fulfilled. I'm thinking, like, what if Abraham decided to stay in that country? What if he was just like, nah, I'm cool here. Like I'm straight. I don't think he would have been blessed. I think he would have stayed in that old mentality. He would have stayed Abram. He would have never experienced all this goodness that happened in his life. And he probably wouldn't have even had a son. Like there was so much good from him coming out of his native land. And I'm thinking like that land that he was in, the Lord had to bring him out away from that land so he can develop him, so he can give him a new identity. Hey, you're not this. Hey, I call you this. You're blessed. You're going to have many descendants. Like the Lord couldn't do that with Abraham if he stayed in that old territory. And it makes me think about like you and me. We some okay, let me say this. I want to encourage you. In order to experience a transformed life, you may have to leave familiar territory. You may have to go to a place that challenges you, a place that challenges you, a place that makes you feel uncomfortable, a place that you know nothing about, a place where there's people there who are far along than you are. You may have to immerse yourself in that environment and allow yourself to be uncomfortable because it's just going to make you better. It's going to grow you. Surround yourself with people who are where you are trying to go. So many people stay stuck in environments. They don't like change. They don't think they need to leave. And then they wonder why they're not growing anymore. And they see so many people passing them by, becoming better. People leaving what they were used to. People leaving territories to go to unfamiliar areas and be around unfamiliar people, and they see them and they're just like, hey, I want that too. It's like, hey, well, if you want this, you're gonna have to do what I did. And I believe that it starts with us leaving what we're familiar with, leaving familiar territory, leaving people who aren't doing anything for us anymore, and going and putting ourselves in uncomfortable situations around uncomfortable people. You know, if you're a businessman, get around business people, get around millionaires. You know, if you're an artist, a rapper, get around people who have a career already in music, who are booming, who are doing shows and they're booming. They got a big audience, a big following. Get around people like that. You can't. There's a saying, show me who your 5 closest friends are, and I'll show you where you're headed. You want to experience a transformed life? I believe it starts with you changing your environment and changing the people that you're surrounded with who are not doing anything for you. I believe you have to start with that in order for you to go to that next level. If you don't want to go to the next level, then just stay where you are. Hey, if you guys are liking this video, if it's helping you out, then do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. Hit that like button for me, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm uploading videos like this every week, and I hope it adds value to you guys. I hope it helps you guys have more of an understanding of the seasons that you're going through, and I hope it helps you guys get through it. All right, that's why I'm here. Till we meet again.